So this will start with GME. So we're still getting some contraction, but it's turning around a little bit, and the pace of covering has dropped off significantly from yesterday, where we were just going straight down. So we'll see where this lands tomorrow. I really don't like that it closed below 15. I think with earnings on the horizon, if we don't get any kind of bump tomorrow, we're probably going to fall back. We'll probably fall back to the trend, which is going to be like sub 13. Upstart started contracting again at the end of the day with the index move, but it's way too like index exposed still, and it's not showing any signs of negative beta. So I don't think there's any underlying covering. I think the covering we're seeing is just a response to liquidity drying up on index moves. I'm not a big fan of trying to go long that, right? Because there's nothing driving the price up but the index, and if the index falls, then the price on Upstart's going to fall, which is what we saw this morning, right? Top, I'm still not sure. I mean, it's obviously very illiquid, but no signs of covering today. We'll see how it does tomorrow. But this kind of period where it's really illiquid and they're just kind of like, so when you start seeing these, they're starting to like wash liquidity because they're running out of it. You see this like here, right, for a pretty extended period of time. You want to get kind of holding there though, because during that period the price can still go down. So yeah, I'm not liking that this is like kind of turned back around now. And it may just be that the ETF FTD period's over and Russell's really not performing super well, right? It was like up like 30 BPS today, but nothing crazy like last week. So I backed off that for now, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I start to see it contracting again, I'll get back in. SPX, I mean, we didn't close flat, but we still closed within the same range we've been trading all week, 45.67. 76. I think most of that's just call side positioning coming in for JPA's speech tomorrow, or the bulls getting prepped to push higher if the speech is, sufficiently dovish. If that's the case, there's interest at 75, a little bit at 80 and 85. We could test 4,600. If he doesn't talk about monetary policy, or he's significantly more hawkish than the other Fed presidents have been, we might see a failure, but it's still going to be very hard to break down below 45.25. So we still got a lot of levels of confirmation before we get to that point. I will say that if we hold this price till the morning, we might come back down, like put side hedging. Commodities down on the day, yields up, Dixie up, dollar's starting to turn around, which if it turns around enough, we may start to see some de-risking of like short vol positioning, but I think we're still pretty far away from that. Correlation continues to turn around both on the 3 and 1 month, so we're still getting a lot of vol selling in equities. I think this is the first time 3 month has really turned upwards, so we're getting quite a lot more vol selling on equities than we have been over the last few days as 1 month has turned around, and longer dated too. Volatility yields rising, but we're still negative. End of the day at like negative 6%. We still want to see that turn positive before anything gets really bearish. Skew came down a little bit today. We saw Korth rise. That's within expectations. It's about 80% of the index now is above its 20-day moving average. Yeah, I think that's about it. Not much to say today. I mean, everything's gonna hinge on JPA's speech tomorrow at this point. Why is Ivy so high on the SPX today? Well, VIX went up today a little bit earlier. Also, there's a Powell speech tomorrow, so they're gonna charge more for options. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Later.